Okay. Hey everybody, it's John P. I'm here with Caesar, and we're excited because today we're going to give you your first sneak peek of the Woopra iPhone app that Caesar's been working on now for some time. So without further ado, shall we give him a walkthrough?
Let's give him a walkthrough.
All right.
Okay guys, this is the Woopra iPhone app. First thing you'll notice when you click to launch the application, if you haven't logged in before, you'll get a login screen. In this case, since I've been using the application quite frequently, it actually remembered my username. So once you've logged in, oops, did I log in? You're taken to your list of websites. In this case, we're interested in seeing onemansblog.com. The icon at the bottom here displayed is actually the Apple Touch icon that gets displayed if you're on a Springboard type app, kind of thing like this. In the future, we're going to add the different Woopra features like Analytics Live, the calendar. There'll be an icon for calendar and such. And you'll actually be able to rearrange these icons, and the application saves the state, sort of thing like that. So when you're live and when you're connected, you'll find you see your count at the very bottom here, and if you slide over, you slide over, you can see all-time visits, today's visits, today's page views, and you can actually click. Okay, so I'm kind of confused here. Oh, the live screen was over there. I was clicking analytics. I moved the icons. Okay. So when you actually visit the live screen, what you see is the actual live stream, similar to what you see in Woopra. You'll see sort of actions, page views, some general information about the visitor, like IP address, country, where they're coming from, kind of thing like that. Their last action. If their action happens to be updated, or they have multiple actions in this session, you'll see a little animation where the actual visitor gets swiped for another visitor, sort of thing like that. But if you click on sort of the visitor, you'll be able to see a little bit about what he visited, where he was kind of referred from, kind of thing like that, in a little bit more detail. In the future, you'll be able to click here. You'll get a query of the history. You get a little sub snapshot of the history right now.
Oh yeah.
And so you mean we'll be able to look up their full user history?
Yes, you'll be able to look up their full user history, and you actually get a little icon here indicating whether the user is online or not, sort of thing. Here's John P on onemansblog.com. Currently there are 122 people on. But John P is currently online. He's actually going to do another action, a page view, as part of this visit. And you'll see the animation in terms of what happens. There you go. His updated total page view count. And then his latest action here was he visited the tank treads for your minivan. You can swipe back and see his history. Started at onemansblog.com. There's another one. It connects, and it takes you back to what was the last session that you were viewing for John P. What was he doing last?
So it's remembering the state. It's going back
Right.
to whatever the last thing you were doing when it was open before.
Right, exactly. So in this case, we've just connected, sort of thing like that.
But
John P. We found John P. has left, but if John P. returns,
which he's doing right now.
There you go. So the session has been reset. He's now green, and this is the new visit history for his current session on the website. So that.
And what's the little map down there?
The little map is basically just a little history of kind of where he is, location-wise. In the future, you'll be able to click on the map and see where he's at, sort of thing like that, on a Google Map thing.
Cool.
So that's kind of it. If you look at maybe somebody who has a couple of more actions. For instance, this user right here, you see his latest action was visiting that website. That was actually an outgoing link, which you can actually swipe over and see his different actions in the session, sort of thing like that. So
Cool.
that's kind of how it works.
Okay, so that was your first walkthrough. That's the first time anybody outside of our tiny little group has seen the app in action. Sorry, the quality is a little crappy. We're in a coffee shop here, but what's next? What's next in the development queue on the app there? What kind of things do we still have to work on for it?
Well, we have a lot of the basic infrastructure, like the connection and protocol implementation. A lot of what's left is kind of the UI things. We're going to work on the analytics page. We're going to work on some nice little fancy graphs and things like that. And the simpler things like adding notifications, adding filters, and things like that.
Sweet.
So it's coming. It's coming soon.
Everyone wants to know when is it going to be here, but we don't know that yet, so we'll keep working on it. If you have suggestions, then please send them in. You can we'll maybe start a discussion on the forum, so you can add suggestions to this video. You could also potentially contribute to the development, maybe help with some themes or some icons and things like that. And if you want to, you can get a hold of Caesar via Twitter. We'll put the address right about here, and or you can drop those comments on the blog post that's attached here or the forum, and we'll get back to you with them.
Alrighty.
Thanks, Caesar.
Thank you.